Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of On Safari. My name is Eric, joined by Cedric. We are in the tent here yet again at Nkuhuma. This is On Safari. This week on Safari, ladies and gentlemen, Nkuhuma really has produced for us. We've had some lovely sightings. Cute leopard sightings with Tlalamba and Tshiphondo. We've had the Nkuhumas, a big pride of lions chasing after some buffalo. I'm very excited to chat about some of these sightings that we've had. Are you, Cedric?
Oh yes, it's been an amazing week of cat action and all that, and I love always spending some time with the felines and all that around here at Nkuhuma, so I can't wait for this week coming.
Absolutely, we cannot wait to get stuck in. The first little clip that we have is the Nkuhuma's character update.
The Nkuhuma Pride is named for a species of tree called the brown ivory or Nkuhuma in Shangaan. The pride was named in 2006. The pride, like all prides, has overcome many trials over the years, losing members to male takeovers, disease, and drought. Today, the Nkuhumas consist of 4 adult and 3 subadult lionesses and 1 subadult male. All of these descended from famous mothers. The lack of cubs in the pride can be blamed on the unsettled male dynamics, with the Plains Camp, Black Dam, and Kambula male coalitions all spending time around the pride. The Nkuhuma territory has also changed hugely over the years, normally as a result of the violence and trauma associated with male takeovers. The lions have ranged far to the north and south of Nkuhuma, even crossing the Sand River at one stage. Currently, Nkuhuma forms the northern extremity of the pride's domain. Change defines the fabric of lion life, with a constantly varying number of members depending on internal and external dynamics. The Nkuhumas continue to shape their place in the Sabi sand, and their history is more compelling than any writer could conjure. We will continue to watch their fascinating story for years to come.
What a big pride of lions. Those Nkuhumas, they do look a little bit scary. How long have the Nkuhumas been around, established in Nkuhuma for?
Well, they've been here since 2006. I know they got their name in 2006, the Nkuhuma Pride, known as a brown ivory tree. They were actually located under a brown ivory tree on one of the roads aside.
Yes,
so
yes,
they've been around here for quite some time.
Okay. And I noticed there's a rather young male in that pride. Is he going to potentially become part of a coalition, maybe with the Plains Camp males on the other side, or not?
No, I don't think with the Plains Camp males and all that. Sometimes with a young male like this, maybe he will venture out by himself, go and look for a little void for him, a little territory for himself. But
Yes.
now and again, it's not a common occurrence, but now and again they'll actually join up with another single male and they'll actually form a coalition. But that is a very rare situation.
I see. Now, this pride, obviously, pretty big lions. I didn't see any subadults, any small lions. Are there any cubs potentially on the horizon?
Well, there is apparently there's a developing news now at the moment for Amber Eye's daughter, number 2. She's had cubs now just to the west into Shirley's, closer to the Plains Camp males territory. A reason for that, we're feeling that they might be the fathers of those cubs.
Oh, that is pretty cool, and very clever that she's keeping her cubs quite close to the Plains Camp males. We're going to go into the next highlight, which is the Nkuhumas and elephants. Oh my goodness, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Is this not what we want? Oh my goodness. A little bit of shade here, so they may actually lie down here a little bit and take cover. You see this elephant standing here and you see that lion behind him? You know this elephant has caused trouble here. Move, run, run, run. Now, we came onto the damn wall. This elephant said, no, 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 this is enough now. There he goes again, there he goes. Oh, oh. He means business. Get out of here. Why is it that Ellies are always so upset with lions in the same area when they're hardly much of a threat to them?
I think the big thing is that it's just a typical with the elephant's makeup and all that. I think it comes with all kind of predators, lions, leopards, hyenas. The elephant just feels like they are bigger, and they just don't like the presence of those predators around them.
I see, I see. And what was the objective of this Ellie? He obviously went after them. Do you think he wanted to maybe catch one, or is it just chasing them away?
No, I think it's just chasing them away. Because of the waterhole and all that, the elephant wants to be there by the waterhole by himself. He doesn't want lions there. He doesn't want any other irritation of predators in the at that point of time. And I think that's exactly why he just kind of chased those lions off.
Goodness gracious. We're obviously heading into our summer, which is going to be quite hot. Do you think that this type of interaction is something that we're going to see a lot more?
Oh yes, for sure. I mean, there's not much water around. The little bit of water that we do have here in the dams and all that, I think the interaction between elephants and lions is going to be more so now because water is life, and it's just going to attract elephants. It's going to attract the lions. So I think at the end of the day, we are going to see more interaction between those two species.
Amazing. I look forward to seeing these type of interactions. We're going to look at the next highlight, which is the Nkuhumas and some buffalo.
Just had buffaloes running in front of us here towards the dam. I'm just trying to warn. I think it's Eric that side. Oh. Oh. There's lions running here. Just hold on. Sorry, I'm just going to hold back here. Oh. The lion and buffalo. Oh. I don't want to make sure I'm not in the wrong place here. Just booger. All right. Yo, chasing lions there. Oh my word. Just want to make sure I'm not in the wrong place. Oh, there's lions in front of us. In front of us. There. It's Nkuhumas. Nkuhumas, they are experienced buffalo hunters. Wow. I just came across here. I just heard next moment a whole lot of buffaloes running towards us. Oh, there's a horrible light there. There's no one shining lights there. So I think it's just the infrared from the other vehicle that's very bright. But there's no lights. No one's shining any spotlights here. This is in pitch darkness at the moment. Watch this. This is now a cat and mouse game. Oh, they're going to go. They're going to try. They're trying to single out one here. Oh, there they run again. But now you can see it's very much the buffaloes are sticking together as one unit. The lions are trying to strategize. They're just waiting for that one individual to break away. Just one that's injured, one that's old, one that's not moving too well, and then they're going to take that opportunity. And these lions know what they're doing. They know exactly. You can see how they're just waiting, and the buffaloes are trying to figure out how they're going to get down to Gowrie Dam. There's also a big possibility push them into the dam as well. Pierre, yes, little ones, young buffaloes for sure, always at high risk. Oh yes. Wow, what a sighting. Brilliant.
what would be the strategy for these Nkuhumas taking down a buffalo in that situation there?
Well, perfect example like the other night. I think those Nkuhumas, right in the beginning when we got there, they were actually chasing those buffaloes, and then they were just waiting to see if there was an individual that was actually going to break off from the herd itself or fall behind. And they told them to do it over and over and over, but unfortunately they had no luck.
So they're basically just waiting for like a kink in the armor. Does this pride have a history with taking down buffalo, or is this a new thing for them?
No, definitely not a new thing for them. I mean, I've seen Nkuhumas on many buffalo kill, and I've also seen them hunting buffaloes plenty of times. Of course, many are unsuccessful hunts, but also some successful hunts. So they are specialists at hunting buffalo.
That's amazing. And what did you mean by being in the right place at the right time?
Well, the big thing is last year I had a bit of an incident being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I had a buffalo hitting the vehicle. But I always will say that you've got to make sure that you're not in front of the buffaloes with the lions behind the buffaloes, because as soon as the lions start chasing those buffaloes and they come towards you, they will not care about the vehicle that's in their way. So you've got to really kind of be on the outskirts or be behind the lions and rather have that positioning.
You definitely don't want to be hit by a buffalo. And I'm sure what we're all wanting to know is what happened at the end with the buffalo and those lions.
Well, unfortunately, the Nkuhumas didn't come right with those buffaloes. I think because the herd was so small, there was no buffalo or no individual that was breaking off from that herd, and the Nkuhumas eventually decided to kind of give that one a skip, and they moved further west, and the buffaloes went north.
Sure. Well, I mean, the buffalo went into an opposite direction to where the lions did, but I'm sure those lions will eventually manage to catch a buffalo. We're going to take a little break and on to the next highlight, which is Tlalamba and very cute Tshiphondo.
Honey badger, look at this digging in the Milwaukee. How amazing is this? I don't want to go any closer, they can be so skittish sometimes, so this is the best view we're going to get here. Oh, how awesome! What an evening, BK! Honey badgers are awesome animals. Just shows that little bit of time extension this afternoon. We've got a lot more at night now, and these little nocturnal creatures are far more out and about. And this honey badger could be looking for all sorts of things here. They love digging in the sand. Sometimes it's insect larvae, maybe some sort of reptiles buried its eggs in the sand. Who knows? Look how cool this is. They are such awesome animals. Hey, little guy. They are vicious as well. They'll stand up to a leopard, a lion, no problem. They have really long claws as well, which is what makes them such good diggers.
Oh, but look at that face. Isn't that... Oh, what a shot. That... Oh, she's calling. She's telling the cub, come. Come and have some breakfast. I think she wants to bring it down for the cub. Sometimes it's a little bit easier for the youngster to feed from the ground than actually being in a tree. Oh, there you go. It's like, Mom, I also want a piece. Where are you taking my meal? It's like, yeah, Mom, that was a big leap.
Wow, that was cute. Why do you think Tlalamba would bring down the kill from in the tree to now on the ground?
I think there's two reasons for, the first one is for her cub, Tshiphondo, and I think it's easier to feed on the ground, and we hardly ever see the cub really feeding in the tree. It's mostly on the ground, as well as she wants to just drag it away from that area.
Okay. Is it more dangerous for them to be feeding on the ground as it is obviously in the tree?
Oh yes, definitely. I think the whole thing is if you're feeding on the ground, you're very much exposed to other predators, like your hyenas can come in and all that, so oh yes, it's very much more dangerous, way more dangerous compared to being up in a tree.
Sure. Where would it be safer for her to go?
Exactly what she did. So when she brought it down, she actually dragged it all the way into a drainage line, a very thick area, and a perfect place for the cub to kind of feed as well as stay safe.
Ah, well, that's great. We are going to now have a look at the next highlight, which is a lovely highlight of Shidulu and Nene.
We've got two leopards here, and guess who we have here? It is old Nene, the young male leopard that is busy feeding on a baby Nyala. And then we've got his mom that's in the foreground, old Shidulu. Wow, look how big he's getting. Oh my word. He is bigger than mom. And for him getting to the age of 2 years old now, I mean, he's pretty much independent already, but he's still kind of relying a bit on mom. Still kind of got that real kind of cub antic about himself, following mom around and stealing mom's kill. So Nene has finished everything, and now Shidulu's gone to the spot where Nene was pretty much eating the last bit of that Nyala calf, and left her a bone. Well, he left her a bone at least. There's like a little bone. He devoured the entire thing. The entire kill. Done. It's overs. Wow, what an appetite that little boy's got. Don't worry, Shidulu. I'm sure you'll get something. Maybe later on or tonight.
When Shidulu's on a kill, do you think that she has to defend this kill against Nene? Do you think Nene is stealing kills from her?
I think because Nene is now much larger than Mom, Shidulu, at the moment now she feels a little bit intimidated by his presence, and I think, she doesn't want to challenge him too much and push those boundaries.
And do you think that she's going to chase him away, or is she going to leave that up to Tortoise Pan to do?
Well, look, Shidulu is going to go into estrus very soon and all that. So as soon as she goes into estrus, of course, Tortoise Pan, that's Nene's father, he is going to show interest in Shidulu, and he's going to make sure that his son is not around, and then that's when Nene is going to decide to just move around and become very independent.
Sure. Well, that's going to be very exciting. We'd love to have some more baby cubs. Now, talk us through the male independence of leopards.
Well, look, the thing is, they become independent already at about 2 years old, as soon as mom goes into heat. And then he's going to get pushed away from mom, but he's still going to use the time to be roaming around in mom's territory or dad's territory, but eventually, about 3.5 years old, they'll pretty much disperse further out.
Well, that's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be rather cool to see what's going to happen with Nene and Tortoise Pan. We're going to take a look at the next little clip, and that is some collaring of animals.
In wildlife conservation and research, tracking collars are an essential tool providing scientists with crucial data on the behavior, movement, and even health of animals. The sophisticated GPS and telemetry technology involved in these collars can be used on elephants, wild dogs, lions, leopards, wildebeest, rhinos, and even birds. Researchers and wildlife monitors need collars because it is impossible to observe animals 24/7. They gain valuable insights about animals living in inaccessible areas or that move over large distances. Elephants, for example, range over vast spaces that are impossible to accurately map without collars. The same goes for wild dogs, which will frequently disappear out of reserves and pop up hundreds of kilometers from where they started. One of the most important uses for tracking collars is in mitigating human-wildlife conflict. On fenced reserves surrounded by human settlement, dangerous animals that escape can be devastating to people, conservation efforts, and livelihoods. Being able to track elephants and predators in potential conflict areas adjacent to protected areas is essential, and GPS collars play an important role in this. While collars are not necessarily attractive, the conservation value they add when used correctly is profound.
What animals have you seen with collars on?
I've seen quite a few different kinds of species with collars, especially like your endangered species. Something like your cheetah, your wild dog. I've seen them with collars, but also elephants, buffalo, rhino, even wildebeest. So there's a lot of research going on with so many different species.
Very interesting. What are some of the difficulties with using collars on animals?
I think the one main difficulty that I've seen recently is that where they actually put a GPS collar on a male lion with a little solar panel on it,
Yes.
and the mane covered that solar panel. So once that mane covered the solar panel, it's not getting any sun, and of course that device goes flat or runs flat.
Oof, that's not ideal. How do you feel about when guiding, approaching animals with collars, and potentially explaining this to guests?
Well, it's always quite fascinating because guests always want to know why is that collar on the animal, and it's nice to kind of just explain about the research that we do with all these different kind of species of animals around this area, and just to know their movements, and yeah, it's all to do with research.
Very, very important, obviously, to get all of this data on these animals so we can know more about them. What are the different types of collars that we can get?
We've got, of course, the GPS collar. The GPS collar is for something for much a wider range animals. So it's not a direct kind of data for the research team and all that,
Yes.
but it gives them a wider range. And then we've got a VHF collar. VHF collar, of course, they're using the antenna
Yes.
to try and locate that animal, and it's much direct data and much, how can I say, much easier for them to get more information sooner than later.
Oh, perfect. Obviously, information is a very important thing when trying to obviously monitor animals. But we're going to take a little break, and we're going to go into the last highlight, which is the beautiful one of baby Ellie. Viewer discretion is advised here. Please do look away. Darcy, it is great to see her eat. I don't know how many sightings there have been of Tlalamba's cub on a meal. This is my first time, definitely. Rosemary, those milk teeth. Those are the teeth that you don't want to get bitten by. Those are the needles. Those needles will pierce through anything really quickly. No, it's not a problem. Going for the best part, the best cut of meat in the rump and the leg. Leopards generally they start with the back legs and then move on to the rest.
Shatika emsaveni utatsutsuma utajiwa ingwe natingala.
Look at that. He wobbles. Oh, look at it, still swabbling. Still trying to stand. Ooh, it's a boy. It's a little boy. Hello, welcome to the world. Come on, get to the teat. That's a teat. Come on. Oh, Mom, why do you have to move? Nice. Yeah, that is born today. Definitely today. Look at that legs, those little back legs. Oh, don't fall down there, Mom. You go down. Oh, you're taking me onto rough terrain. They're all coming to assist the little one. Look at all of them, all coming to assist. Don't worry, we didn't do anything. How caring are they? As soon as they feel that little one might have been maybe a little bit off balance, they're all quickly rushed in there.
How adorable is that little Ellie? Have you ever had the privilege of watching an elephant birth?
No, not at all, not at all. I think this one was the closest one from birth, after birth and all that. So, yeah, but I would be very fortunate one day to see a birth.
And how long do you think these little ones take to stand up and to start walking around?
I think they take around about 20 to 30 minutes to stand up, but still being a little bit wobbly for quite some time. So, yeah, I think around about 20 to 30 minutes.
Now, where would this lady have given birth to this Ellie? And do you think the rest of the herd would have surrounded her?
Oh yeah, I think the rest are typical elephants. You know, they're very protective over the young. They're very sociable animals, and I think that the herd must have been around somewhere there on the fire break, close to where we actually found that calf. So I think somewhere in the drainage line there on the fire break, but not too far from that area.
Oh, very precious. And I did see it was a little bit stumbly there. Kind of almost had like these wobbly legs. Well, it's been lovely to have this chat with you, Cedric, and we hope that you all have enjoyed it at home, listening to us talk about Shidulu and Nene, Tlalamba and Tshiphondo, and that lovely, lovely, cute elephant, as well as the Nkuhumas. We hope that you join us on our next episode. Until then, this is On Safari.
Utajiwa ingwe natingala.